Oh God, this is hard. And I had to go first.
Is this my camera?
Can you hear me all right?
No, the first time I fell in love, I would have to say, was a great learning experience. It taught me to check my ego. It made me grow as a person. Made me realize what I was looking for, and also what was required of me for somebody who I claimed to love. So yeah, I would say it taught me a lot about growth, helped me become the person I am today.
First time I felt love, or I thought I felt love, might have been when I met my ex-husband.
I catch feels on average about once per decade, historically speaking.
I love myself. I used to have a really low self-esteem and look to other things and people for it. Then I decided loving myself and dropped about 200 pounds. And so I'd have to say, I'm in love with me.
Love is chill for me.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Because when we first got together, we spent a long time saying, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be a thing. Like,
all of our friends actually told us it was a thing before we knew it was.
I always just say I love beautiful people, inside and out. So I don't know that I experience that romantic love in the traditional way anymore.
With parenting, I hear a lot of arguing about nature versus nurture, and I think it's definitely both. I mean, obviously the way we raise them and influence them is going to help shape who they become, but also they're just going to be who they are.
My first time driving through the mountains was in California, and don't really know much about love, but I do know I love nature, and that was amazing.
Nature was the place I escaped to. I'm from a really large family, and it's noisy and crazy and
Just the crazy shit that I want to do. Like have 3 cats. Not everybody would put up with that shit. So that's the thing.
I love my cat so much. My cat is my best friend in the whole world, and the thing is, like, we both saved each other because we both survived the same abusive roommate situation. Then my roommate, she had a cat that she didn't take care of, so I brought her in, and just when we escaped it, she's just so happy. It brought so much life and joy to her, and I'm just so happy that I could save her, and she really saved me too.
Is it what, the good ooey gooey feelings? No, I've gotten older now, and my mother had a stroke. I see my dad taking care of my mom. Those are the things that are not pretty, happy, bubbly things, but that to me is love.
I think that there's different ways to look at it. I mean, obviously, my kids, her kids, our friends, our burlesque family, our family here, things like that. It's all different kinds of love. But if we're kind of focusing it in, this is the reason that I continue to do what I do. And that's my determination, my drive is my love here.
And I don't know if I fully had that.
ew, you weren't supposed to be happy. We just talked about that.
Right, somebody standing by your side, sticking with you.
Having a balance between that, like, wow, you're still with the family, and then you're still with your other friends over here, but like being you, because you're both regardless, so you're just wearing both caps at the same time. Yeah.
I did have one major crush when I was in 5th grade. It was my first, baby's first crush. Big rush of emotions, and almost as quickly as it came, it went away. And I've never felt anything like that since.
Love was chaotic. Love was a mess. Love was hurtful. Love was poisonous. Love was toxic. And from people that it shouldn't have been. And I had no concept of what love actually is at that point in time. I really had to find and create that for myself over the years.
It's complicated because as far as my heart goes, that's easy. That's always open. There's enough love for everyone. realistically, planning to spend time together and schedules and all that, that's a little harder.
I love me, and if y'all don't, I mean, fuck y'all, I'm not gonna put in that effort, you know what I'm saying? But
So if I really wasn't seeing nobody for real, so every day I would just like reading books, meditating, sun gazing. I would go out to dinner by myself. I was just hanging out with myself every day, so like I really felt some like deep rooted love within myself, and like every day I just woke up just feeling great. So that's when I first fell in love within myself, and then eventually, when I wasn't looking for love, you know, love came to me. It was here, but like in a romantic aspect for real.
Have I fallen in love? Question mark.
Was engaged to somebody, and he had a very severe mental health break and disappeared for a couple weeks, and like nobody knew where he was, his friends, family, nobody. It wasn't just like a him and me thing. But then we found him, and he was in San Francisco.
If it's the right person, yeah, I think I would do anything for them. Yeah.
We got him a Greyhound ticket to get him from San Francisco to Vegas to get us like at least a little bit closer to each other, and then we drove all through the night to Las Vegas to go pick him up and bring him home.
Maybe a little bit of an obsession is kind of what it feels like. My love for Jennifer, and took me across the world many times, all over the place, in ways that I'm excited to do, but also probably wouldn't have. Definitely wouldn't have. But seen me go to Iceland, Australia for 5 weeks when I probably couldn't afford it really, but we did it anyway and it was totally worth it. And I would never have it any other way. Those experiences are everything to have for a lifetime.
I feel lucky. I feel grateful. The craziest thing I did was move in with my boyfriend when we were only together for a very, very short period of time, but now we're married and we've been together for about 2 years now, so.
Okay, I love him a lot, the most, but he also makes me the angriest.
Love is something that's not supposed to feel like it is destroying you. It's something that you want to be your best self for.
I signed a 30-year mortgage. Like,
There's like, a family love, a romantic love, a friend love, which is similar to family love in my opinion, and a lustful love.
I went to the local bar, Bell Center, frequently, and he happened to be bartending one night, and I jumped over the bar.
We were visiting an aunt in Chicago, and there was this girl, her name was Candy, and I just fell head over heels for her. While we were driving around the south side of Chicago, around that same time, I heard Cascadas Every Time We Touch for the first time ever, and in my grand delusions, I thought, this song was written about us. Had we touched? No. Were we going to in our visit? No. Did I still think it was written for us? Absolutely.
Yeah, and everybody knows that, you two are like a thing, but nobody knows. Yeah.
Anytime I'm in the presence of somebody, I definitely have to make sure that if there's anything that I feel that has, nothing's left unsaid, any small expression of love in their presence, I just make sure that I make the most of those moments, because here today, gone tomorrow. Well, if we're going to go off the textbook definition, I have a story that comes to mind right away. I think I may have been a junior in high school, and I walked into my economics class, and I sat down 3 seats back, and I just happened to drop my pencil on the floor. And when I went down to pick up my pencil, I seen the most gorgeous man I had ever seen in my life. And I literally thought, I had to catch my breath. I'm asthmatic.
I'm really excited for us to move together because I've never lived somewhere that my parents weren't, and we're working on moving to Chicago together, so I'm very excited for that, because I think that is a whole other level of commitment to, move your physical stuff, but also you as a unit somewhere new that's new to you both. So I'm very excited for that. Giving unconditional love is very natural for me, and so that can kind of create a deficit when I don't feel like I'm receiving it, or I'm not giving unconditional love to myself. So that can kind of put me in a bad space, I think, when I'm not as loving toward myself as other people.
In order to get the anxiety out, I have to breathe.
The people that I get with the best are the people that I should put the energy and time into spending with. You know, do we put ourselves in good places? Do we encourage each other? Are we on the same playing field even, you know? And so recognizing that that is the level of passion there, I just had to admit to myself, this is it. This is like the calling, if you will.
Isn't love a tricky question?
Gave you 3 strikes, that was it for me. What are you here for? Get out of my bed, put on your clothes, grab your trash and leave. Don't come knocking back at my door.
Black smoke in the air, I'm running out of fear. Whisper a little prayer and breathe. This steel in my hand, I never had a plan to cut down another man, him or me. Oh, I shot him down, I confess. Oh yes, I stole his last breath. If you're gonna lock me up, back to ashes, back to dust, I do what I do for love. I stay on the run, running from the gun. Oh, mother, have mercy. His eyes stay in my mind. I feel the sacrifice he paid with his life. Am I worthy? Oh, I shot him down, I confess. Oh yes, I stole his last breath. If you're gonna lock me up, back to ashes, back to dust, I do what I do.
So, like the dark moments or the fears or the insecurities, and love is being able to tell that person those things and like not be fearful of judgment.
Love is effort, which is very different from work, right? Like sometimes effort can feel like work, But effort is just the act of caring about that person, caring about how they feel about a situation.
I love my friends and family. I say I love you very liberally to all my friends because love is a lot bigger than romantic love. So,
love today is life and the ability to live it. I'm in love with life and living it to the fullest. And I'm serious. That's how I feel about love. I feel like I was created to love, so I express it in when I sing.
I am content with like just any love that I get. I'm more focused on more love within myself, and just giving out to people that I appreciate and just do the same thing. So I guess I'm content and just gratitude, really. Yeah.
I'll try some things, right?
What a great day to be alive.
Wait around 2 years for somebody. Insanity.
If you're looking for love, you've got to do it for yourself and not for somebody else.
I think the most radical thing that anybody can do is love themselves unapologetically. And I think that was the coolest lesson I've ever learned. And to learn to fall in love with the small moments in time, the way that somebody puts on their chapstick or pours their coffee.
It feels like I can truly live.
Today, I'm
Just don't overthink it.
Yeah, it's rejuvenating.
I'm filled with love. Like, I feel it. It's there.
Love is radiance, always changing, spontaneous. Love is attaining greatness, reaching new heights with the boo that you like. Love is everything. Love is law. Love is, oh my God. Love is grace. Love is say it to my face. Love is stay at my place. Love is fill my plate. Make sure I'm fed. Love is everything alive, never dead. Love has to be understood, has to be lived, has to be felt. Good love will make you melt. Love is everything. Love is essence. Love is being in the moment. It's presence. Love is life.